praise the King of Glory, Jesus Christ. Hi, this is Brother CJ. I just want to start off by saying that in Hosea 4:6, it says that my people die from lack of knowledge. My people die from lack of knowledge. Now, it also says you can have knowledge if you seek it. But people in the world today, most of them are not seeking the Lord. So they're not getting the knowledge. And so therefore they're going through trials and tribulations of financial burdens, loneliness, addictions, relationship problems, feeling in the dark, empty. Well, all of that is because we are not living in the Spirit. See, we are spiritual beings. See, that's the thing, we are spiritual beings. God, who dwells up on high in heaven, is a spirit, and he dwells there in spirit. And the only way that we can commune with him is through the Holy Spirit. You see? Now, the problems that we have arose from the situation in the Garden of Eden with Adam in Genesis 2. See, God blew his breath into him, into the dust, because Adam was made from the dust. So he blew his breath into him, into the dust, which made him a living soul, a breathing, living soul. And since God blew his breath into him, it was a communication, it was a relationship, a communion. And thus, Adam was given a helper, Eve. They both were put into the Garden of Eden. A paradise that was supposed to be eternal. A paradise where we wouldn't have to work. Everything was there for us, food, fruit, everything was there for us. We didn't have to do anything. But it was just one thing. It was one thing that Adam wasn't supposed to do. There was a tree there of good and evil. He was told not to eat from that tree. And so he disobeyed God. Now see, that's the first operation of disobedience to God. This was very, very bad. Very bad. It changed the whole generational scheme of things. Because now, rather than us living forever in the garden, where he would produce and multiply, now we have limited amounts of years on us. We were they were put out of the garden and not to return back. And we have to work. That's why we have to work now, like we do. Or because Adam sinned. And not only did, once he sinned, he brought on death. Sin brought on death. Now, let's go up here into the kingdom world in heaven. The archangel Michael had a battle with Lucifer, Lucifer, it says in Ezekiel 27:4, he was one of the most beautiful, the most intelligent angels. He was the angel of the dawn, bright light in the morning. But because of that, he thought he was as smart, if not smarter than God. He thought he was as powerful as God. And of course, you all know the story. That started a fight, a war between him and Michael. Michael, of course, defeated him, knocked him out of heaven. But with Lucifer, who is now Satan, disgraced angel, he knocked out a third of the stars. I mean, that's which, of course, is a third of the angels. So a third of these fallen angels came with him on earth. Now they were celebrating in heaven. They kicked him out. Revelation 12:12 tells that they were celebrating, but they warned us down here on earth that Satan was coming to wreak havoc. And so this is where we are. If you're going to survive and live, the only way to live is through Christ. Because Satan is here to destroy you. So now, down here you're going through daily battle. It's a daily battle. You go into different things, financial problems, different things, what have you. But now, the thing is, we are created in God's image. Genesis 1:27 tells us that. So therefore, we need to communicate to God in the spirit, because that's the only way to communicate with him. And so we should also have a relationship with him. And then that means and entails that we should think in the spirit, talk in the spirit, walk in the spirit. And then that's when things will change for you. That's when power will come for you. That's when things will change. See? Because now when you're in the world, you're trying to live the world's standards and the world's way. The world is trying to destroy you. And the world will destroy you. You see, it's a corrupt world. Acts 2:40 tells us that the world is corrupt. Now you have people around here, they're idolizing the world and different things, and they're idolizing money, people, idolizing all kinds of, but they're not having a relationship with God. And he's our creator. And that's what we're here for, to worship him. That's what we're down here for. You see. Now that's not to say that we're not supposed to enjoy ourselves here on earth. We can do that. We can do that. God said you can have life and you can have it abundantly. But Matthew tells us that first seek the kingdom of the Lord, and everything else will be added upon you. So what that means is, if you're going to seek the kingdom of the Lord, you have to seek him in the spirit. You have to live in the spirit. You have to walk in the spirit. You have to talk in the spirit. You see, you have to arm yourself up in the spirit as you prepare yourself daily. Now we're going to stop here. We're going to keep this up. We're going to continue from here. But we're into the spirit, because the spirit, that's it. Do you know that you can talk against Jesus? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But you cannot blaspheme the Holy Spirit. That's how important the Holy Spirit is. You cannot be forgiven for that. You cannot be forgiven. God will forgive you for talking against Jesus. I'm not going to do it. But he's not going to forgive you for talking against the Holy Spirit. That's blasphemous. We're going to end it here. Praise the Lord. Everybody have a beautiful night. And until the next segment, blessings.